Today I'm going to reveal something that will completely transform how you see your love life. You're about to discover why God has been preparing someone special for you, someone younger, and the reason is more beautiful than you could ever imagine. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. While everyone around you has been settling for ordinary relationships, while they've been rushing into marriages that feel empty and partnerships that drain their energy, something entirely different has been unfolding in your life. You've been walking a path that others simply cannot understand. You've felt it, haven't you? That deep knowing that your love story was meant to be different, extraordinary even. Right now, at this very moment, there's someone being prepared specifically for you. This person is younger, not just in years but in the way they see the world. They carry a freshness of spirit, an openness of heart that you desperately need. And here's what most people will never understand. This isn't random. This isn't coincidence. This is divine orchestration at its finest. You see, while you've been going through your trials, while you've been climbing your mountains and crossing your valleys, God has been doing something remarkable. He's been sculpting someone's heart to fit perfectly with yours. Every lesson you've learned, every tear you've shed, every moment of loneliness you've endured has been shaping you for this connection. And simultaneously, this younger soul has been on their own journey, learning what they need to know to stand beside you. But let me tell you something that's going to shake you to your core. The reason this person is younger isn't what you think. It's not about physical appearance. It's not about keeping up with trends or feeling young again. The reason cuts much deeper than that. This younger partner carries something you desperately need right now: unbridled hope. They haven't been jaded by decades of disappointment. They haven't built the thick walls that so many people your age have constructed around their hearts. They still believe in magic. They still see possibilities where others see obstacles. Think about the relationships you've witnessed among people your own age. Notice how many of them have become transactional. Notice how romance has been replaced by routine, how passion has been buried under practicality. Notice how people have stopped dreaming together and started just existing side by side. That's not what God has planned for you. That heavy, suffocating energy of realistic expectations and being sensible is not part of your divine assignment. This younger person coming into your life will reignite something inside you that you thought was gone forever. The moment you meet them, you're going to feel a jolt of electricity run through your entire body. It's going to start at the base of your spine and shoot straight up to the crown of your head. Your palms will get warm, your heart will beat faster, and in that instant, you're going to know. Your spirit will recognize their spirit before your mind even catches up. Here's what's already happening in the spiritual realm right now. As you're reading these words, divine forces are aligning circumstances to bring you together. The younger soul destined for you is being moved into position. Maybe they're being led to relocate to your city. Maybe they're developing an interest in something that will naturally bring them into your circle. Maybe they're ending a relationship right now that was blocking them from meeting you. The pieces are moving on the cosmic chessboard, and you need to understand something crucial. You have been specifically chosen to receive this gift because of who you are, not despite your age. Your maturity is not a liability. It's your greatest asset. You've developed emotional intelligence that most people never achieve. You've learned patience. You've discovered self-awareness. You know what actually matters in a relationship versus what's just superficial noise. This younger partner needs your wisdom just as much as you need their vitality. Let me paint you a picture of what this is going to look like. Picture yourself 6 months from now. It's a Saturday morning and sunlight is streaming through your bedroom window. You can feel the warmth on your face even before you open your eyes. You reach across the bed and there they are beside you. Their breathing is soft and steady. Their skin is smooth under your fingertips. And in that moment, you're going to be overwhelmed with gratitude so profound that tears will fill your eyes. Because you'll finally understand why all those other relationships had to end, why all those doors had to close, why you had to wait. Now, I want you to take a moment and leave a comment below telling me what city you're watching this from, because I'm seeing something powerful in the spiritual realm, and I need to know where God's chosen ones are located right now. Your location matters. The energy you're sending out is creating ripples that are reaching the person meant for you. The signs that this is coming are already present in your life. You just need to know what to look for. First, you've been feeling restless lately. Not anxious, but restless. It's like your spirit knows something your mind doesn't yet understand. You've been waking up at odd hours, around 3 or 4 hours in the morning, with this strange sense of anticipation. That's your soul preparing for what's coming. Second, you've noticed young people being drawn to you more than usual. Maybe at work, a younger colleague keeps seeking your advice. Maybe at the coffee shop, someone much younger strikes up a conversation out of nowhere. These are not random occurrences. These are the universe's way of preparing you, of acclimating you to the energy frequency of youth. Third, and this is important, you've been having dreams that feel more vivid than usual. Dreams where you're in unfamiliar places, meeting someone whose face you can't quite see clearly. In these dreams, you feel an overwhelming sense of rightness, of coming home. You wake up with this bittersweet feeling, sad that it was just a dream, but also strangely hopeful. Those aren't just dreams, those are prophetic visions your spirit is already connecting with theirs in the dream realm, preparing the groundwork for your physical meeting. Fourth, you've noticed that songs about new beginnings keep playing wherever you go. You walk into a store and there's a song about fresh starts. You turn on the radio in your car and another one comes on. You're scrolling through social media and someone has posted lyrics about new love. The universe is speaking to you through music, preparing your heart. Let me tell you about the specific physical sensations you've been experiencing. There's a tingling sensation in your chest, right in the center, like a warm pressure building up. Sometimes it happens when you're alone, doing nothing special. Suddenly, your heart area feels full, expanded, like it's stretching to accommodate something bigger than what it's held before. That sensation is real. Your heart chakra is opening wider, preparing to hold the love that's coming. You've also noticed that your sense of smell has become more acute lately. Fragrances that you never noticed before are suddenly catching your attention. You'll walk past someone wearing perfume or cologne and it will stop you in your tracks. Or you'll catch a scent in the air that triggers this deep longing inside you. Your senses are heightening because you're preparing to recognize this person, not just mentally or emotionally, but physically and energetically. And here's something fascinating that's happening with your sleep patterns. You're not sleeping as deeply as you used to. It's like some part of you is staying alert, waiting, watching. You're between the worlds of waking and sleeping more often now. This is actually a spiritual gift. In that liminal space, you're more receptive to divine messages. You're picking up on the subtle signals that are being sent to guide you toward this person. Now let me tell you about what's been happening in your daily life that you might have dismissed as coincidence. You keep seeing the number patterns, 1111, 222, 333. You glance at the clock and there it is again. You check your phone and it's right there. These angel numbers are confirmation that you're on the right path. They're reassuring you that what's coming is divinely ordained. Specifically, when you see 1111, that's the universe telling you that a significant meeting is approaching. When you see 222, that's confirmation that partnership energy is building around you. You've also been experiencing sudden waves of emotion that seem to come out of nowhere. You'll be going about your normal day, and suddenly you feel this surge of excitement mixed with nervousness. Your stomach flutters, your hands tremble slightly, and you think to yourself, what was that? That's your spirit responding to the magnetic pull of the soul that's meant for you. You're picking up on their energy even before you've met. Animals have been acting differently around you lately too. If you have a pet, they've been more affectionate, more protective. Dogs that usually ignore you on the street suddenly approach you, tails wagging. Birds seem to gather near you. This is because animals can sense the shift in your energetic field. They can feel that you're being prepared for something sacred. Animals are highly attuned to spiritual energy, and they're responding to the divine light that's growing stronger around you. Here's what many people won't tell you, but I will. The reason this person is younger goes beyond just their chronological age. They carry within them a specific vibration that matches a part of your soul that never got to fully express itself. Maybe you had to grow up too fast. Maybe responsibilities forced you to skip certain joys. Maybe the circumstances of your life demanded that you become serious, practical, and grounded before you were ready. This younger partner represents the reclamation of that lost innocence. They're bringing back the part of you that still believes in fairy tales. And please understand, this is not about you trying to relive your youth. This is about integration. This is about becoming whole. You've developed the wisdom, the stability, the depth. They're bringing the spontaneity, the adventure, the unguarded joy. Together, you create something that neither of you could achieve alone. You become more than the sum of your parts. When you finally meet, there will be unmistakable signs. The conversation will flow effortlessly. You'll find yourself laughing in a way you haven't laughed in years. Time will become irrelevant. You could talk for hours and it will feel like minutes. There will be this strange familiarity, like you've known each other forever. And you have, in a sense. Your souls have been connected across dimensions, waiting for the right moment in physical reality to reunite. Their eyes will hold something you've been searching for without knowing you were searching. When they look at you, you won't see judgment. You won't see criticism. You won't see someone trying to fix you or change you. You'll see acceptance. You'll see curiosity. You'll see genuine interest in who you are, not just what you can provide. And that acceptance will crack something open inside you that's been sealed shut for far too long. The age difference will concern some people around you. Let's be honest about that. There will be raised eyebrows. There will be whispered comments. There will be people who question your judgment. But here's what you need to understand with absolute clarity. Those people are not living your life. They're not walking your path. They're not responsible for your happiness. Their opinions, while they might sting, are ultimately irrelevant to your divine assignment. You have not been through everything you've been through to now play it safe because of what others might think. You have not survived your darkest nights to now dim your light because someone else is uncomfortable with your joy. You have not been chosen and prepared for this extraordinary love to now reject it because it doesn't fit into society's narrow definition of acceptable relationships. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel because the information I'm sharing with you is going to help you navigate what's coming. Hit that subscription button right now. This knowledge is too important to miss. The practical details of your meeting are already being arranged. Maybe it will happen at work. A new person will be hired, or you'll be assigned to a project that brings you into contact with someone from a different department. Maybe it will be through a mutual friend. Someone will suggest meeting up, and they'll bring this person along. The moment you see them walk through the door, something inside you will shift. Maybe it will be at a class or workshop. You'll feel drawn to learn something new, to develop a skill or hobby. And in that space of growth and learning, they'll appear. Maybe it will be online. You'll join a group, comment on a post, and suddenly you're in conversation with someone who makes your heart race even through a screen. Pay attention to your intuition in the next 72 hours. You're going to feel a pull towards certain activities, certain places. Don't ignore that pull. Don't dismiss it as random impulse. That's divine guidance, showing you where you need to be. If you suddenly feel like going to a bookstore you've never visited before, go. If you feel compelled to attend an event you'd normally skip, attend it. If someone invites you somewhere and your first instinct is to decline but something makes you reconsider, reconsider. Your spirit knows where you need to be. Now let me tell you about the specific qualities this younger person will have. They'll have an enthusiasm for life that's contagious. When they talk about their interests, their whole face lights up. Their eyes sparkle. They use their hands expressively. Their energy is vibrant and alive. This enthusiasm will remind you of what it feels like to be excited about possibilities, instead of resigned to limitations. They'll have an openness to new experiences that will pull you out of your comfort zone in the best possible way. They'll suggest adventures that you'd never think of on your own. They'll want to try new restaurants, explore new places, experiment with new activities. And their eagerness will make you realize how much of life you've been missing by staying in your safe, predictable routines. They'll have a technological fluency that will bridge gaps you didn't even know existed. They'll introduce you to new ways of connecting, new platforms for expression, new tools for creativity. And you'll be amazed at how these things enhance your life rather than complicate it. They'll have a social awareness that will challenge your perspectives in productive ways. They'll point out things you've never considered. They'll question assumptions you didn't know you had, and instead of feeling threatened by this, you'll feel stimulated, engaged, alive. Most importantly, They'll have a capacity for emotional authenticity that our generation sometimes struggles with. They won't play games. They won't hide their feelings to appear cool or unaffected. When they like you, they'll show it. When something bothers them, they'll say it. This directness might feel foreign at first, but it will be incredibly refreshing. No more guessing. No more reading between lines. No more walking on eggshells. Just honest, clear, open communication. The first time they touch you, even if it's just a casual hand on your arm during conversation, you're going to feel electricity shoot through your entire body. Your skin will tingle where they made contact. Your breath will catch slightly, and for hours afterward, you'll be able to feel the ghost of that touch, like your body has memorized the exact spot where their skin met yours. This physical response is your nervous system recognizing its match. You'll start noticing that when you're around them, your posture changes. You stand taller, your shoulders pull back, your chest opens. Without even trying, you'll find yourself becoming more animated, more expressive. Your voice will take on different tones. You'll laugh more freely. These physical changes are your body's way of responding to the presence of someone who makes you feel safe enough to fully inhabit yourself. In the weeks leading up to your meeting, you're going to experience some interesting phenomena. You might feel warmer than usual, even when the temperature hasn't changed. There's a heat that builds in your solar plexus area and radiates outward. This is your personal power center activating, preparing you to step into this new chapter with confidence. You might notice that you're craving different foods. Suddenly you want fresh fruits, crisp salads, clean water. Your body is instinctively purifying itself, preparing to operate at a higher vibration. Your creativity is going to spike. If you're someone who writes, you'll find words flowing more easily. If you're artistic, you'll be bursting with ideas. If you're musical, melodies will come to you spontaneously. This creative surge is your life force energy expanding, making room for the love that's entering. You might also find yourself decluttering your living space without planning to. You'll suddenly feel compelled to clean out closets, donate old belongings, rearrange furniture. This is your subconscious clearing out the old to make space for the new. Your sleep dreams are going to become more vivid and symbolic. You might dream about water, which represents emotions and flow. You might dream about doors opening, which represents new opportunities. You might dream about bridges, which represents transitions and connections. Write these dreams down. They're messages from your higher self, preparing you and guiding you. Let me tell you about the beautiful reason God chose someone younger for you. It's because you have become too comfortable with resignation. You've started to accept that magic is only for other people. You've begun to believe that passionate love is something you had your chance at and missed. You've convinced yourself that at this stage of life you should be grateful for companionship, even if there's no real spark. God is sending you someone younger, because their presence will shatter every single one of those limiting beliefs. This person will look at you with wonder. They'll be genuinely impressed by your life experience. They'll ask questions about your past with sincere curiosity, not judgment. They'll want to learn from you, and in the process of sharing your wisdom with them, you'll rediscover your own value. You'll see yourself through their eyes, and you'll be amazed at how much you have to offer. But it's not a one-sided dynamic. Yes, you'll teach them things, but they'll teach you too. They'll show you how to be more present in the moment instead of always planning for the future. They'll demonstrate that vulnerability is strength, not weakness. They'll prove that it's never too late to start something new, to take a risk, to chase a dream. The exchange between you will be perfectly balanced, each filling what the other lacks. Right now, if you're feeling any resistance to this message, pay attention to that. What exactly are you resisting? Is it the age difference itself? Ask yourself why. Who taught you that love has to look a certain way? Is it fear of judgment? Ask yourself whose judgment actually matters. Is it doubt that you deserve this? Ask yourself what you've done to earn unworthiness. Is it fear that it won't last? Ask yourself if certainty of duration is more important than depth of experience. Before this week ends, something is going to happen that will serve as confirmation. You're going to have an unexpected encounter with someone younger that will be pleasant and engaging. This won't be the actual person, but it will be a preview. Pay attention to how you feel during this interaction. Notice the energy. Notice the ease. This is the universe giving you a taste of what's coming, helping you recognize it when it arrives. Go ahead and leave a like on this video if this message is resonating with you. Your engagement with this content is actually part of the manifestation process. It's you declaring to the universe that you're ready, that you're open, that you're willing to receive. Within the next month, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you have to make a choice between staying in your comfort zone or doing something that feels a bit risky and unfamiliar. Choose the unfamiliar. That moment of decision is a test. The universe is checking to see if you're serious about wanting change or if you're just fantasizing about it while clinging to the safety of the known. When you choose the unfamiliar option, you pass the test and move closer to your destined encounter. You need to understand that the age gap is actually a spiritual gift. Let me explain why. In relationships between people of similar ages, there's often an unspoken competition. Both partners are in roughly the same stage of life, dealing with similar challenges, and there can be subtle jockeying for position. Who's more successful? Who's more attractive? Who has more friends? Who's doing better? This undercurrent of comparison can poison even loving relationships. But when there's an age difference, this dynamic disappears. You're not competing because you're not in comparable positions. You're complementing because you're in complementary positions. The younger partner isn't threatened by your accomplishments because they're not measuring themselves against you in that way. They're inspired by what you've achieved, yes, but they're not in competition with it. And you're not threatened by their youth and vitality because you're secure enough in yourself to appreciate those qualities without seeing them as a threat. This creates a relationship dynamic that's remarkably free of ego battles. Here's something practical that's going to happen. You're going to need to update your wardrobe. Not because there's anything wrong with how you dress now, but because you're going to feel inspired to refresh your image. You'll find yourself drawn to colors you haven't worn in years. You'll be attracted to styles that are slightly different from your norm. Trust these impulses. Your inner self knows that external changes help anchor internal transformations. Buy that piece of clothing that makes you feel attractive and confident, even if it's not something you'd typically choose. You're also going to need to examine your social media presence. I know, maybe you're not big on social media, but here's the reality. This younger person lives in a digital world. They'll probably look you up online at some point. Make sure what they find reflects who you really are. Update your profile picture. Share things that matter to you. Post about your interests and passions. You don't have to become someone you're not, but you do want to give an accurate representation of your authentic self. Start paying attention to the music you listen to. Is it all from decades past? There's nothing wrong with loving the classics, but open yourself up to current artists too. This younger person will have their own musical tastes, and showing genuine interest in what they love will create beautiful bonding opportunities. You don't have to pretend to like everything they play, but approaching it with curiosity rather than dismissiveness will mean everything. Think about your conversations. When you talk with friends or colleagues, do you frequently start sentences with "back in my day" or "when I was younger"? These phrases, while innocent, can create an identity built entirely on the past. Start practicing being present-focused in your speech. Talk about what you're excited about now, what you're learning now, what you're looking forward to in the future. This shift in language patterns actually rewires your brain to be more forward-looking. Your eating habits might need adjustment too. I'm not talking about dieting or trying to look younger. I'm talking about energy. Younger people generally eat lighter, fresher foods that fuel active lifestyles. You'll want to match their energy levels. Start incorporating more fruits and vegetables. Drink more water. Reduce heavy, sluggish foods that weigh you down. When you're together, you'll want to feel vibrant and alive, not weighed down and sleepy. Exercise is going to become important in a new way. Again, this isn't about appearance primarily. It's about vitality and stamina. You're going to want to be able to keep up with someone whose energy naturally runs high. Find physical activities you enjoy and make them regular parts of your life. Maybe it's walking, swimming, dancing, yoga, whatever calls to you. The goal is to build strength, flexibility, and endurance so you can fully engage in the adventures this relationship will bring. But let's address the elephant in the room. You're worried about physical intimacy, aren't you? You're wondering if you'll be able to satisfy someone younger. You're anxious about how your body looks compared to younger bodies. You're scared that the reality of your physical self won't match up to their expectations. Let me tell you something with absolute certainty. This person is not going to be focused on your imperfections. They're going to be enthralled by your confidence, by your experience, by the way you know yourself and what you want. The truth is, intimate connection with someone younger can be incredibly fulfilling because they haven't developed the hang-ups and inhibitions that people accumulate over decades. They're more open, more exploratory, more present in the moment. Your experience combined with their enthusiasm creates a dynamic that's actually more satisfying than what most people experience with age-matched partners. And here's what nobody talks about. Your age actually gives you advantages. You know what you like. You're not trying to perform or prove anything. You've moved past the insecure need to be good at intimacy and into the mature understanding that it's about connection, not performance. This confidence is incredibly attractive. It creates safety. And in that safety, both of you will thrive. Now pay attention because this is crucial. Within the next 2 weeks, you're going to be presented with an opportunity to do something you've never done before. Maybe it's attending a type of event you've avoided. Maybe it's trying a new hobby. Maybe it's accepting an invitation you'd normally decline. Whatever it is, there's going to be this voice inside you saying, "That's not for people like me," or "I'm too old for that." That voice is fear and you need to ignore it. Say yes, take the leap, because that's exactly where and when you need to be. Let me tell you what your first real conversation with this person is going to feel like. You know that feeling when you're reading a book that's so good you can't put it down? That feeling of being completely absorbed, of time stopping, of nothing else mattering except the story unfolding before you. That's what talking to them will feel like. Every word they say will fascinate you. Every response they give will make you want to ask another question. And you'll notice that they're leaning forward, that their body is oriented completely toward you, that they're giving you their full, undivided attention in a way that feels rare and precious in this distracted world. There will be a moment, probably early in your first real conversation, when you both laugh at the same time about something, and your eyes will lock. In that locked gaze, something unspoken will pass between you. An acknowledgement, a recognition, and both of you will feel it, though neither might mention it right away. That moment is important. That's when both of your souls confirm what's happening. You're going to be tempted to move slowly, to be cautious, to protect yourself. And yes, wisdom requires some discernment. But don't let fear masquerade as wisdom. Don't let past disappointments dictate your future possibilities. This is not your ex. This is not your previous failed relationships. This is something entirely new, and it deserves to be approached with fresh eyes and an open heart. Let me tell you about the comments section below. I want you to write exactly this: "I am ready for the love God has prepared for me." Writing this down is powerful. It's a declaration. It's a commitment. It activates something in the spiritual realm. Don't skip this step. Your participation in this way actually speeds up the manifestation process. Here's what's going to happen in your social circles. Some friends are going to be supportive and excited for you. These are your real friends. They want you to be happy above all else. But some people are going to express concern. They'll say things like, "Be careful," or "What do you really have in common?" or "Think about what happens in 10 years. These people, even if they care about you, are projecting their own fears and limitations onto your situation. Thank them for their concern and then disregard it. The beautiful truth is that you don't need anyone's permission or approval. You're a grown adult with the right to make your own choices, and this choice, this divine appointment, is between you, this person, and God. Nobody else gets a vote. Nobody else's comfort level matters. This is your life, your love story, your destiny unfolding. Now I want to tell you about something that's going to challenge you. This younger person is going to have friends, probably mostly their own age. There will be social situations where you're the oldest person in the room by a significant margin. The first few times this happens, you might feel self-conscious. You might feel out of place. You might be tempted to withdraw or to decline future invitations. Don't. Push through that discomfort. You're going to discover that age becomes irrelevant much faster than you think. When you bring your authentic self to these situations, when you engage genuinely with people regardless of their age, you'll be surprised by how warmly you're welcomed. And those younger friends? Some of them are going to end up becoming your friends too. You're going to find that you enjoy their company, their perspectives, their energy. It's going to rejuvenate your entire social life in ways you couldn't have predicted. You might even find yourself becoming a mentor figure to some of them, someone they come to for advice and wisdom. This isn't about trying to be young, it's about refusing to be old in the limiting, restrictive sense of that word. Your family's reaction is another consideration. Adult children, if you have them, might struggle with this at first. They might worry about your judgment. They might be concerned about how it looks. They might even feel a bit territorial, not wanting to share you with someone new. Give them time and space to adjust. Don't force it, but also don't abandon your own happiness for their comfort. Eventually, if this person is right for you and treats you well, your family will come around. And if they don't, that says more about them than about you. Here's what I see happening within the next 30 days. You're going to have a dream where you're standing at a crossroads. In the dream, one path is familiar and well-worn. It's comfortable. You know exactly where it leads because you've been walking it for years. The other path is less defined. It's newer, brighter, but you can't see where it goes. In the dream, you're going to have to choose. When you wake up, you'll know which path you chose, and that dream choice will reflect the real choice you're making in your waking life about whether you're willing to embrace this new love. Physical signs are going to intensify as you get closer to meeting. Your appetite might decrease slightly because your solar plexus is so active that eating feels like it interferes with the energy moving through you. You might experience waves of heat that have nothing to do with external temperature. Your hands might tingle at random moments. These are all signs that your energetic field is preparing to merge with someone else's. You might start seeing images of couples with age differences everywhere. In movies, on TV shows, in commercials, in real life as you're out and about. This isn't coincidence. This is the universe normalizing this for you, showing you that what you're experiencing is more common and more accepted than you might think. Pay attention to these couples. Notice how happy they appear. Notice the ease between them. Let these observations reassure you. Now let me tell you the absolute most important thing. You have to genuinely believe you deserve this. If deep down you think you're too old, too damaged, too complicated, too set in your ways, then you'll sabotage it when it comes. You'll find reasons why it won't work. You'll focus on problems instead of possibilities. You'll talk yourself out of it before it even has a chance to begin. So right now, I need you to confront those beliefs. Where did they come from? Who taught you that you don't deserve extraordinary love? Challenge those beliefs, question them, and then consciously choose to believe something different. Affirmations work. I know it might feel silly, but they genuinely work. Start telling yourself, I am worthy of deep, passionate love. Say it out loud. Say it in the mirror. Say it when you wake up and before you sleep. I deserve a partner who excites me and challenges me to grow. Say it repeatedly until your subconscious starts to believe it. My age is an asset, not a limitation. Keep saying it. Your beliefs create your reality, so you need to deliberately install beliefs that support the reality you want to create. Here's a practice that will help. Visualization. Every night before sleep, spend 5 minutes visualizing your life with this person. Don't focus on who they are specifically, because you don't know yet. Focus on how it feels. Feel the warmth of their presence. Feel the joy of shared laughter. Feel the excitement of discovering someone new. Feel the peace of being truly seen and accepted. Feel the passion of physical connection. Make these feelings as real and visceral as possible. This visualization is literally programming your subconscious mind to recognize and accept this love when it arrives. You need to clear out any lingering attachments to past relationships. If you're still harboring resentment toward an ex, release it. If you're still hoping a previous relationship might somehow resurrect itself, let that go. If you're still comparing every new person to someone from your past, stop. The past is dead. It's over. Carrying it with you into your future only weighs you down and blocks new blessings from entering. Forgive everyone who hurt you, not for their sake, but for yours. Release them completely. Make room in your heart for what's coming. Before I close, I want to give you one final timeline to watch. Between now and the next full moon, something significant is going to shift. You're either going to meet this person directly, or something is going to happen that sets the stage for your meeting. Maybe you'll decide to join something new. Maybe you'll reconnect with someone who will later introduce you. Maybe you'll have a conversation that leads somewhere unexpected. Pay attention. Be alert. Don't sleepwalk through these next weeks. Every encounter, every decision, every moment could be the catalyst. And when you do meet them, don't second-guess it. Don't talk yourself out of what you feel. Don't rationalize away the connection because it doesn't fit your previous expectations. Trust your body. Trust your heart. Trust the divine orchestration that brought you together. You've been prepared for this moment for longer than you know. Everything you've experienced, every lesson you've learned, every person you've loved and lost, every dream that died, all of it was preparing you for exactly this. The reason this love is beautiful isn't just because it's unexpected or unconventional. It's beautiful because it represents divine mercy. God saw you settling. He saw you resigning yourself to less than you deserved. He saw your light dimming, and he said no, not for you, not after everything you've been through. You get more. You get better. You get the kind of love that restores your faith in magic. You get someone whose presence in your life makes you feel 20 years younger, not because they're young, but because they inspire you to live fully again. This is happening. Stop questioning it. Stop doubting it. Stop being afraid of it. Open your arms wide and receive what's been divinely appointed for you. You are loved. You are seen. You are cherished. And the most beautiful chapter of your love life is about to begin. Make sure you leave that comment below. Tell me you're ready. Tell me what city you're in. Tell me you believe. Your words matter. Your declaration matters. And I'll see you in the next video, where I'll reveal even more about what God has planned for the chosen ones like you.